Autumn transforms the garden with a cascade of golden leaves, but this isn't the end, it's the start of something remarkable. Instead of tidying away this bounty, we'll turn it into black gold, rich compost to feed next year's garden. The secret? Speeding up nature's process by creating perfect conditions for decomposition. No fancy equipment needed, just a hands-on approach and a bit of know-how. By understanding what microbes need, food, moisture, and air, we can harness their power for rapid composting. Forget waiting months. With the right method, you'll see dramatic results overnight. I'll guide you step by step, from gathering leaves to building your pile, so you can witness this transformation for yourself. Let's roll up our sleeves and turn autumn's gift into a gardener's treasure. When it comes to composting, not all leaves are created equal. Some leaves, like those from oak, ash, beech, and fruit trees, are perfect for fast composting because they break down quickly and easily, providing a great base for your pile. These types of leaves are thin, soft, and packed with nutrients that microbes love, making them ideal for turning into rich compost in a short amount of time. On the other hand, tough, waxy leaves like holly or laurel are much slower to decompose. Their shiny, leathery surfaces are designed by nature to resist decay, which means they can linger in your compost for months, even years. If you want a quick turnaround, it's best to avoid these types of leaves or compost them separately for a longer-term project. Timing is everything. Gather your leaves when they're dry and crisp. Dry leaves are much easier to handle, shred and mix, and they allow air to flow through your compost pile, which is essential for speedy decomposition. Damp or wet leaves, on the other hand, tend to clump together, creating dense mats that block airflow and slow down the whole process. It's important to remember that leaves alone are considered browns in composting terms. They're rich in carbon, which is crucial, but to really get your compost cooking, you need to balance them with greens, materials high in nitrogen, like fresh grass clippings, kitchen vegetable scraps, or leafy weeds. This combination fuels the microbes that break everything down. For the fastest results, aim for a ratio of about 2 parts browns to 1 part greens. This means your pile should be richer in greens than a slow, cold compost heap. The extra nitrogen from the greens sparks a microbial frenzy, generating heat and breaking down materials rapidly. If you get the balance right, you'll notice your pile heating up within days. Before you start building your pile, take the time to prepare all your materials in advance. Gather enough leaves and greens so you can assemble your compost heap in one go. This preparation ensures that the pile heats up evenly and decomposes efficiently, rather than stalling because you ran out of ingredients halfway through. With everything ready, the process becomes almost meditative, a rhythmic, satisfying task as you layer browns and greens, building a foundation for healthy soil. There's a real sense of accomplishment in seeing your organized pile take shape, knowing you're setting the stage for a thriving garden. Imagine yourself as a chef, carefully selecting and arranging ingredients for a gourmet meal. Each handful of leaves and greens is like a pinch of spice or a dash of flavor, coming together to create a feast, not for people, but for the billions of invisible workers in your compost pile. A well-prepared mix is the secret to rapid composting. When your pile is balanced and well aerated, the microbes can work at full speed, transforming your garden waste into dark, crumbly compost in record time. Set aside a couple of hours for this rewarding process. Gather, sort, and organize your materials, and you'll find the time flies by. The effort you put in now pays off later, with rich compost ready to nourish your plants. Remember, the right mix and timing are the keys to composting success. Too many browns and your pile will stall, too many greens and it might get soggy or smelly. Striking the perfect balance is what makes the magic happen. With all your ingredients prepared and your plan in place, you're ready to move on to the next step, building your compost pile with confidence and care. Let's get started on building your pile, layer by layer, setting the stage for a season of healthy, vibrant growth in your garden. Your garden's future begins with this careful preparation. Each step you take now brings you closer to lush, thriving plants and a more sustainable, beautiful outdoor space. Shredding leaves is the single most important step for rapid composting. If you want your compost pile to break down quickly and efficiently, don't skip this step. Shredding transforms tough, slow-to-rot leaves into a material that's much easier for microbes to digest. It's the secret weapon for anyone looking to speed up the composting process and get rich, crumbly compost in record time. Whole leaves decompose slowly. Shredding exposes more surface area for microbes to work their magic. When leaves are left whole, they tend to mat together, creating dense layers that air and water can't easily penetrate. By shredding them, you create thousands of tiny edges and surfaces, giving beneficial bacteria and fungi more places to start breaking things down. Use a garden shredder if you have one, as it's the fastest and most effective way to process large amounts of leaves. These machines can handle big piles in minutes, turning them into perfect compost fodder. Or simply run a lawnmower over a thick layer of leaves. This also mixes in some grass clippings for extra nitrogen. The mower's blades chop the leaves into small pieces, and the added grass helps balance the carbon-rich leaves with much-needed nitrogen, giving your compost pile a nutritional boost. No shredder or mower? Fill a sturdy bin with leaves and use a garden strimmer to chop them up. This method works surprisingly well for smaller batches, and is a great option if you're working in a limited space or don't have access to larger equipment. The goal: break leaves into small pieces, no matter the method. Even simply crushing leaves by hand or underfoot can help. The smaller the pieces, the faster they'll break down, so don't worry about perfection, just aim for smaller bits. The finer the shred, the faster the compost. Tiny leaf fragments create a fluffy, airy texture that holds moisture and encourages rapid microbial activity. This effort pays off tenfold in speed and quality. You'll notice your compost pile heats up faster, smells fresher, and transforms into dark, rich humus much sooner than if you left the leaves whole. Shredding is non-negotiable for overnight results. If you want to see dramatic changes in your compost by the next morning, this is the step that makes it possible. Invest a little time here, and you'll see dramatic transformation by morning. The difference is truly remarkable. What was once a pile of dry, stubborn leaves becomes the foundation for nutrient-rich compost almost overnight. With your leaves shredded and ready, let's move on to building your compost lasagna, the next step in creating fast, beautiful compost. Now, it's time to build your pile in layers, like a lasagna. Start on bare earth if possible, so soil organisms can join in. Begin with a thick layer of shredded leaves, then a thinner layer of greens. Repeat until you run out of materials. Spread layers evenly to avoid dense, airless clumps. Aim for a pile at least 3 feet high and wide. Critical mass is essential for heat. Add a handful of garden soil or finished compost between layers to introduce beneficial microbes. This inoculation jump-starts decomposition. Layering ensures a balanced mix and optimal conditions for rapid breakdown. Build up your pile with care. Structure matters. Next, let's make sure your pile has the moisture it needs. Moisture is vital. Aim for the feel of a wrung-out sponge. Water each layer as you build, using a gentle spray to avoid compacting the pile. Pay special attention to dry leaves. They're thirsty and need thorough soaking. Adjust water based on your greens. Wetter grass needs less. Dry plant matter needs more. It's much easier to get moisture right as you build than to fix a dry pile later. Once built, give the whole pile a final gentle watering. Cover with old carpet, tarp, or cardboard to trap heat and prevent waterlogging. This creates the perfect environment for microbes to thrive. Moisture and cover are your insurance for overnight success. Now, let's supercharge the microbial engine. To kickstart rapid decomposition, add a compost activator, something rich in nitrogen and proteins. Commercial activators work well, but homemade options are just as effective. Diluted urine, 1 to 10 with water, comfrey leaves, or chicken manure are excellent choices. Sprinkle activator onto each green layer as you build. This fuels a microbial population boom, generating intense heat fast. The goal: reach 60-70 degrees, 140-160 degrees in hours. Activators ensure the thermophilic, heat-loving bacteria dominate. You've built the pile, added moisture, and now lit the fuse. The pile is alive and ready for transformation. Next, we keep the process roaring with oxygen. Oxygen is crucial. Without it, your pile slows down and can turn slimy. After 8-12 hours, turn the pile with a garden fork. Move outer material to the center and vice versa. This brings fresh oxygen to the core. You'll likely see steam and feel heat. A sign it's working. Turning mixes materials and keeps microbes active at peak efficiency. This single, well-timed turn is the difference between warm and truly hot compost. It's a quick task that pays off in results. Don't skip this step. Active management is key. With air, your pile will finish its rapid transformation overnight. Now let's see what you've achieved by morning. Morning brings the moment of truth. Uncover your pile and look for warm, earthy steam. This is the first sign that your composting process has worked its magic overnight. The gentle billows of steam rising from the pile are a clear indicator that microbial activity has been hard at work breaking down organic matter and generating heat. It's a small but thrilling reward for your efforts the day before. Take a moment to inhale the aroma. A pleasant forest floor scent means you've struck the right balance. Your compost is healthy and thriving. If you notice a sour or rotten smell, it's a sign that something's off. Perhaps there's too much moisture, or the pile isn't getting enough air. These are easy fixes. Just turn the pile and add some dry material to restore balance. Next, check the size of your pile. You'll often see that it has shrunk, sometimes dramatically, by as much as half. This rapid reduction is a visible sign that decomposition is happening at an impressive rate. The pile's collapse is proof that the materials are breaking down and transforming into something new. While you won't have finished compost just yet, the transformation overnight is nothing short of dramatic. The textures and colors will have changed, and the pile will look and feel very different from when you started. Most of the leaves and green materials you added will be unrecognizable, replaced by a dark, crumbly, and warm mass. This is the result of intense microbial activity, and it's a sign that your compost is well on its way to maturity. What you're holding is supercharged, semi-finished compost, rich in beneficial microbes and organic matter. It's not quite ready for seed starting, but it's perfect as a mulch or soil conditioner. This material will continue to break down in your garden beds, feeding your soil and supporting plant health. Spread this compost around shrubs, trees, or perennials. As it continues to decompose, it will nourish your plants, improve soil structure, and help suppress weeds. It's a simple way to recycle nutrients and boost your garden's vitality. In less than 24 hours, you've turned autumn's fallen leaves and garden waste into a powerful tool for soil fertility. This transformation is a testament to the power of nature and your own gardening skills. Take a moment to appreciate your achievement. Creating compost this quickly is deeply satisfying, and it's a skill that will serve you and your garden for years to come. Your garden will thank you for this boost, rewarding you with healthier plants, more vibrant blooms, and bigger harvests. The benefits of overnight composting will be visible throughout the growing season. Overnight composting truly is a game changer, making it possible to recycle organic matter and improve your soil faster than ever before. With this new skill, you're shaping the future of your garden, one pile of compost at a time. Overnight composting isn't just a trick, it's a mindset. You're closing the loop, returning nutrients to the soil and building a resilient ecosystem. Repeat this process throughout autumn and winter. Each pile is an investment in your garden's health. Rich compost improves soil structure, water retention, and plant vitality. Healthy soil means fewer pests and diseases. Experiment with different leaves and activators. Keep notes and learn what works best for you. Share your experiences with fellow gardeners. Together, we grow wiser. Composting connects us to nature's cycles and rewards us with abundance. If you found this guide helpful, share it and subscribe to Soil Stories for more practical advice. Now go make some magic in your garden.